Good morning. Good morning. Today we are talking about hardcover a little bit. Today we're also chatting about ImagineFX number 208, which is about Final Fantasy. Um, I just looked through the commissions that we got. Hi, Estella. Um, I was a bit sad because there are a lot of really good images being sent, but they have nothing to do with the briefing, with the actual topic of the book. I'm probably going to email the people in question because it would be too sad if we can't figure something out. And hope for the best. For now, let's flip through this. Oh my god, the light might be a bit too much. It's okay, I think. The Art of Final Fantasy 14. What do we got today? How is this looking in the window? Okay. FX Posey, Alex Vede Cabalada. This entire stream is just about me butchering names, I think. Julian Vidales. This is pretty cool. And here we have Hanukkah Fast. Alexandra Fastovets. From Ukraine, currently living in Paris, who is an absolutely amazing artist. Yeah, and part of hardcover, too. And a couple of other publications that I've made. Kring Demetrio. This is really cool stuff. Connor Soilu. And Insist. That's cool. Here we are, Final Fantasy. Tetsu Tsukamoto reveals the secret to concept art success. Teamwork matters. The ideal design would be one that I'll want to display in my room. Oh yeah, really? Okay. Is that a penis? It looks like a penis. Dave Gibbons goes back to the future. The acclaimed Watchmen artist returns to video game development with Beyond a Steel Sky. A day in the life of Naomi Baker. Staying focused, this concept artist advocates keeping online distractions to a minimum during working hours. Yep. Drink Me Alice, illustrating a classic against type. Steve Simpson on how he used hand-drawn text with his art for a new edition of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I'm sorry if I'm not reading any articles right now. At this point, they just don't pique my interest too much. Chuck Greep, Imagine Worlds. What began as a $20 drawing table has evolved into a dedicated multi-zone workspace. Hell yeah. Repainting the Past, Retro Revival. Oh, the Intellivision Amico is picking tips from the 80s, okay? Comedy, Flawed Heroes. Indie artist Kendra Wells explains why the comic Real Hero Shit packs a comedic punch. I have River of Deceit from Mad Season stuck in my head. Yusuke Mogi, the impression of a line drawing style has been around since Akihiko Yoshida's time, so I try to preserve that as much as possible. Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker's art team lead, Yusuke Mogi, reflects on his workflow, influences, and approach to design. That's pretty cool art. Oh yeah, as for catchy designs, I look forward toward anime and manga as reference. Well, no shit. Cover design secrets. Set the composition, redrawing the paladin, character placement. Okay. I try to design gear that has an integrated and impactful design. Integrated design? What is an integrated design? Holy shit! Sketchbook from Sabine. Or Sabine. I never asked. Every Halloween for the past 3-4 years I've done a tribute pencil work. His sketchbook is amazing. And such a nice guy. I was showing the idea of how medieval people imagine nature, especially forests. The Art of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. How come they are dedicating entire magazines now to a game or a movie or something? Like, why? Has this always been like that? I think that color can help modelers and designers understand the concept art. Iconic Final Fantasy artist Yoshitaka Amano became a crucial influence, reflects Ayumi Name. That's really cool. Creating the iconic Alexander Prime. Tetsu Tsukamoto details how he approaches concepting the stage of a classic boss. Each design is a piece of the world of Final Fantasy 15. We have much more freedom in design now than we did in the early days. Alright. Concept art reborn. It's really just about Final Fantasy here. Okay. I am a big fan of Final Fantasy. I've played Final Fantasy since the early days. Like, no shit. It's good stuff and everything. I don't want to know that much about it. So, concept a limitless game environment. Brand Andrist creates a procedural landscape with countless possibilities. Beep, 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 beep. Part 4 by Easy Sousa. Improve your boss designs. Tristan Tate takes you... Tate, I guess. Australia, okay. Takes you through some different processes and design ideas. Okay. Set up a modular art workflow. Thomas Scholz, or Scholz, we would say here in Germany. Cool stuff. Codex X, Speed Paint, and mech design. Latest asked resources. Let's look at another 2-star review of an art book. An amazing new feature. There's a model. That's using. Okay, Procreate. Cool. Art Rage Vitae. New digital painting app gets an update to perform better on desktop. Okay, this is not a book. This is books. Manga Art Secrets. 3 stars. Manga Art Secrets features useful advice on drawing workaday manga characters, but you'll have to put the time in to enhance your designs with the genre's distinctive art language. What do we have? Wow. Michael Gamara. Me likey. Chris Panatier. Also me likey. Painted Portrait Part 2. Oh yeah, the Patrick Jones thing. Nudity! Eric Krenz, First Impressions. Well, this was a quick flip through, but I'm sorry, it's all just Final Fantasy. I don't know. It's a I didn't read anything, but it's Final Fantasy. So it's okay. It had its time. I color me interested sometimes, but yeah, not really too much, you know. So, discover how nature has inspired this US-based artist. Where did you grow up and how has this influenced your art? I grew up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was a lovely place to have in my childhood, but I can't say confidently that where I grew up had much influence on my art. There's a region though in Minnesota that's called the Northwoods, and I'm certain that place has a deep and lasting impact on me and my art. Truly a beautiful and wondrous location. What outside of art has most influenced your work? I think the easy answer is nature. I love looking at it and I love being in it. Yeah, I agree. It honestly consumes me. But I've also had a love for architecture since I was a kid. I'm certain that my love for buildings has helped with how I compose and construct a painting. Is there a painting that you saw in your formative years that has changed everything? What was it? I was absolutely obsessed with Jan van Eyck's Arnolfini portrait. It's hard to say why exactly I was so captivated, but I'm sure it partially had to do with the amount of compulsive detail the painting had. I couldn't believe such a thing was possible, still can't. Tell us about your first paid commission and does it stand as a representation of your talent? My first commission was for a brochure on renewable energy. I hated the concepts I came up with and I hated how they were executed. I developed a style in college that years later I realized didn't represent my inner self. That first commission was the start of a long journey to find a truer and more accurate style. What's the last piece that you finished? How do the two differ? The last painting I finished was a piece called Pesta Waits for a gallery show here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Frankly, it's like night and day. My work in the beginning was very geometric and kind of cartoony. My work now is realistic and painterly. I'm much happier with my style now. Is making a living as an artist all you thought it would be? I work full-time for a company that specializes in curating exhibits for museums and zoos where I help assist as a sculptor and painter. Having that steady check has allowed me to choose projects on the side that I feel passionate about. It hasn't always been easy, but I feel very content with my artistic career. What advice would you give your younger self to avoid on the way? I took such a circuitous path that it's hard to say how I'd get here any other way than how I did, but I tell myself to be more confident. There are really a lot of words in this magazine that I've never heard before, which is amazing. At least I get to learn a bit more English. Circuitous. All right. How has the industry changed for good since you've been a part of it? I would certainly consider social media a double-edged sword, but it has allowed people from all over the world to see my work who otherwise may never have. When I started, it was still mostly blogs. The ability to instantly share art changed everything. What character or scene that you've painted do you mostly identify with? My painting is called Dapper Fox. I want nothing more than to live in a cottage in the English countryside. What's your next step in art or life? I want to focus on my own work. I've had a few ideas for a series of paintings on the back burner for years, and I'd like to get to them before it's too late. Proco poop. No Proco butt today. This was ImagineFX 209. Tomorrow it's gonna be 210. What else is there to say? Yeah, I'm gonna go through a couple of the things that were sent to hardcover. Again, I'm gonna email you guys back and be like, okay, can we do something about this? That being said, another campaign is still going. We just passed 102K for the Othalam campaign, which I'm very, very happy about, obviously. Obviously. And it's something that shows me that there is a certain interest in books like that, which is great. I mean, it's adult art. Obviously, it's going well. It's just what people like. But for me, it's more important that it's good adult art. So that's what I'm passionate about. Nothing else. I gotta get back to work. There's just so much to finish right now. And on Friday, I'm gonna travel to my family because it's Greek Easter. Yes, we have a different Easter calculated by the old calendar, but I'm looking forward to see my family again. I just yesterday activated this thing, which is an Instagram. You can subscribe now to my channel. I'm not sure yet what to put out there, but it's probably stuff that I've been wanting to do for a while, like opening booster packs for Magic and stuff like that. But also maybe quick flip throughs and tips about art book making and stuff like that. Maybe even sometimes sharing previews on the art books that I'm making. Could be interesting. Yeah, that's it. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow for the stream. And until then, see you on Discord. Bye-bye.